All right, I'm here. Of course, I had to be here. I couldn't miss this at all. Um, I got an email too that my copy of the album has already shipped from the JYP shop. So that's gonna be on the way. Hopefully, it gets here soon. I have to double check that actually. But so here we are with the next full album, next world tour. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. There's a lot of things going on. Uh, Not just for Twice, but for a bunch of JYP groups too. They're doing very well. JYP Entertainment. Um, Hopefully, it keeps going and they keep having more success. Oh my goodness, it's been a while. It's been a while. Let's see. Yeah, this might be exactly what I needed to get back into the game here. And I was checking out. I think they did a good job with the promotional stuff this time around. Okay, you know what's gonna happen? Like inevitably, right? Tomorrow there's gonna be somebody saying like, "Oh, JYP never promotes the group," and like, anytime they come back, they don't do a good enough job somehow, right? But I thought that they put together some awesome stuff. It was very interesting, great visual stuff. It kind of, I was watching the strategy video earlier, and then like Misa Mo's identity video, and there was a lot of stuff that was kind of like going in that same direction, I guess you could say, right? As far as like the looks and everything, the visuals, right? The aesthetic of it. Um, but it's always it's always about contrast. So, what is that? Is it a dog or a cat? What do you see what I'm looking at? It's in the upper. It's covered up right now by this thing. Hold on, let me see. Look, it's like a dog or a cat or something. You see, there's like there's a lot of interesting details in everything that was released in the lead up to this, and I think they did a good job, man. I think it's gonna be kind of silly to be critical on that point, but oh my goodness, here we go. It's about to start. Oh man, it's Twice coming back, bro. It's Twice coming back. I hope everything works, okay? Oh my goodness. This would be very cool. This would be very cool if everything goes off well. Alright, let's see. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. Let's see, let's see. It's almost here. It's almost here. Hush up, cat. 57,605 awaiting. That's pretty good. It's pretty impressive. I hope I don't have to do anything. You usually don't, right? Premiere will begin shortly. Okay. Okay. I didn't say to go anywhere else. There we go. I didn't get trolled by it this time. Alright, here we go. Here we go. This is kind of a throwback. There's like a newer premiere music now. There's like a newer version of this. goodness. Here we go. Here we go.
This is for all my ladies who don't get hyped enough. If you've been done wrong, then it's your song, so turn it up. I wanna go with the baddest girls up from. Might be another planet, maybe that's what Mother Nature made me. Something about that water tastes like fun. I got sick and rain confetti sweet on your tongue. I'm a stranger, don't, so let's go. Don't let that have you feeling low when you grow. You got it. You already know when it's yours tonight. It's you and me. How did you do? This is for all my ladies who don't get hyped enough. If you've been done wrong, then it's your song, so turn it up. One time for all my ladies, you're looking good as what? So tell them bye-bye, cause it's your time to turn it up. This for the girls with the light inside. They spin around you like satellite. Yeah, you the baddest all day and night. I give you flowers to the end of time. This your mama, go get it. Forget that boy, don't sweat it. I'll always be right or die.
She's driving again.
I said her door, so let's go. Don't let that have you feeling low when you're grown. You got that. You already know when it shows. Tonight is you and me. How we should be. This is for all my ladies who don't get hyped enough. If you've been done wrong, then it's your song, so turn it up.
There's a lot of old school in this. Like, wow. Could that be? I was, let's see, what? Huh. Okay, let's go back. Oh, let me see. Where were we? It was very like quick, wasn't it? Like it kind of was hoping for more, right? But it's a very cool sound. There's a ton of old school stuff in there. Like a lot of these DJ sounds, like there's a lot of this like 90s freestyle dance elements that are in the mix. A lot of the bass sound, a lot of those little like those little chirps in there and stuff. Those are like a very throwback sound. There's a little bit of like definitely a hip hop feel to the rhythms that are going on in the vocals, right? A lot of the rappy parts. Gio's part was very cool. It had, but that's the kind of thing it had going on was like a sort of a hip hop rhythm pattern, but it sounded great. It's very quick, isn't it? Because it's 2:25 about. So let's see. I was almost hoping that at some point they would like break and then pull in like a whole different contrasting vibe and say like, okay, this is for, the boys, maybe. I don't know, like, but because maybe that, is like another part. Because this one feels like uncharacteristically abrupt. You know what I mean? But I mean, you know, not disappointing. I just want more. That's the only thing. Is like it leaves me wanting more. So I think that's probably going to be one of the things that people will comment about, right? But okay, let's see. So there's this red sort of knit motif going on here with the visual, right? What they're wearing. I told you that cat was there. You can see it. I have to move the thing still, but it's there. Okay. What was that? It's a little. It's like a bee. Hold on. Yeah, it's a bee, and then she tries to hit it.
This is for all my ladies who don't get hyped enough. If you've been done wrong, then it's your song, so turn it up.
Yeah, old school.
I wanna go with the baddest girls are from.
All those.
Maybe another planet, maybe that's what Mother Nature made me. Something about that water tastes like fun. Yeah. Like a second rain, confetti sweet on your tongue. I'ma say you don't, so let's go. Don't let that have you feeling low when you grow. You got that, you already know when it's yours tonight. It's you and me. How did you do? This is for all my ladies who don't get hyped enough. If you've been done wrong, then it's your song, so turn it up.
All of that done wrong to this year. So, like, all this is throwback 90s hip hop and freestyle dance grooves. Yeah, everything about it. Even the little stutter patterns, you know, like a lot of that stuff is a throwback. Rhythmic patterns, the bass sound, right? That kick, that's old school. That's like it's similar to what you hear on the basics on you know, between 1 and 2, right? Like it's an old school 90s hip hop groove, and then you hear those little like phaser sounds over it, like the choo 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 choo, like that's that that what do you call it, that freestyle dance sort of like overtone stuff, that little freestyle dance flavor that's on there. They look incredible, don't they? Like it's just like the visuals are just crazy, dude. Like, oh my goodness, like look at Jangyeon, dude. Holy moly, like this is nuts, bro. Sana, dude. And this is it's they're you know, it's interesting too, right? Like I was thinking about this because I got like the Twice shirt on, right? This is like old school, like scientist era stuff, right? But I was shocked because Chaeyoung, she is striking in contrast to like little Chaeyoung, like back when the group started, you know what I mean? And they were all like little bitty babies back then, but like the way she looks now, I'm like, whoa, dude, like she looks, I mean, she's a woman, like she's a woman, like they're all like women, like whoa. And that's the thing, is like they're more mature now. I mean, they're still girly, they're still cute, but they're definitely more mature, and they're kind of getting more comfortable in that space. And you know, it's fun, they're having fun. But they look incredible, dude. Like everybody's been on some kind of kick, and this style, like it just works. 90s sort of urban color blocking, very sleek hair, you know what I mean? Like it just looks cool. It was like old school cool, like 90s, you know what I mean? Like everybody always says that that decade they grew up in is like the best one, but I think the 90s actually was like kind of peak. I mean, so many things like just worked, you know, they just did, they just worked. Okay, let's see.
You've been done wrong, but this your song, so turn it up. One time for all my ladies, you looking good as what? So tell them bye-bye, cause it's your time to turn it up. This for the girls with the light inside. They spin around you like satellite. Yeah, you the baddest all day and night. I give you flowers to the end of time.
That's cool. She's she puts a little bit of swing into a lot of that. It's more of like, well, it's kind of like a bounce. She's leaning into the low end of her rap vocal there, and so it's bouncing off of like the bass in her voice, right? But it's fun. It's kind of like soulful. But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of like this kind of rises to eighth notes like pretty consistently throughout. I think that your hat is actually going on one and two and then there are some drum fills that will come in and kind of cap the phrases off, and they'll do a little roll on 16th notes, you know, for half a measure or something like that, and that's kind of lets you know we're going on to the next phrase. And most of the stuff, I mean, you know, you got an accent on the beat 2 and 4 like you would expect. It's got that 808 bass and kick sort of like layered together. You know, a lot of this is very familiar, but it's super clean. When Gio came in with her line, there was another sort of synth tone that was added, and the lyric about the girls being like satellites, it kind of has that little sort of spacey, like, you know, beeps and boops kind of vibe to it. So it's kind of reinforcing the lyrical idea there. It was a pretty cool sound. Gio's got she's got a nice part there. It's fun, and then her choreography matches it also. Like it's nicely done.
This young mama, go get it. Forget that boy, don't sweat it. I'll always be right or
Wait a minute. What did I say? Hold on. Who's gonna mess up the dance? Oh, that's pretty good actually, right? It's Jonghyun and she's saying, who's gonna mess up the dance? That's pretty good, man. That's actually like a pretty cool reference. Okay, this is for, oh look, strategy, right? What does that say? Me plus you, I think, up here. 2-4. This is for are those other song titles too? Let's see. This for little details. Oh, 8012. This is for, let's see. What's up with the bug? You know what I mean? Like, what does it mean? Hold on. Well, hold on. First, let me back up. So, there it is. That's perfect. Oh, this is so cute, dude. But bro, the visuals, like, look at this is wild, dude. They look amazing. It was so well done. The visual on this is incredible. It's man, dude. It feels like a teaser though. I gotta be honest with you. It feels like we're just getting like barely just a little introduction. Dude, they're really really clever shots, right? Like there's a lot of like these cool images in here that work as just a still shot, right? There's a lot of, even in the choreography, there's a lot of poses, there's a lot of like just these points that they're hit, and it's like portraiture, right? There's a lot of that. It's really beautifully done. The direction on the video, the framing on it is really really well done. um oh my goodness, they're so beautiful. They look so beautiful, man. It's so crazy. Wow. Okay, where do we go? The B. Okay. There he is. Wait a minute. Who was it? Nyan? That's who messed up the dance. Osana. Osana. Remember when she had like the fall events like during the concerts or whatever. Well, and then there's also just a running thing with Janyan. I'm glad it wasn't me. You know. That's interesting. Okay. It's fun. And that's almost like let me see the what is it? I'm trying to find like a. She should have done the you know, that thing that she does. You know what I mean? It was kind of there. It's kind of there. I mean, it made me think of it, but it would have been like an awesome, you know, a thing to put in there if she actually done it. Now, yeah, like I said, there were some really great promo things, and there's a lot of like romanticism in a lot of this too. Like, I think let's do this real quick. Let's go. So here, no, we gotta go to JYP Entertainment. Okay, let's see. Let's go here. Yeah, okay, so these trailers, right? Remember when they dropped these trailers here? There were all these little bitty details in there that seemed to like be a nod to certain things, right? And I think that it's like it really has a lot to do with some personal experiences. Let's say in between the last time, certainly the last world tour, right? Because that's obviously the other big like mark there. But just I'm sure there's a ton of stuff that has happened, and I actually think a lot of that informs what they're releasing now. We'll find out as soon as, like, you know, I'll do the album review, that's for sure. That's coming up as soon as, you know, as soon as I can. I can do it pretty soon. So as soon as that stuff is up, you know, I want to check it out. But yeah, I don't know what else, you know, people would want, right? Because like they've been promoting this for, let's see, this a month, at least a month, right? Um, and there's all these, these solo like songs and all these very well produced trailers and teasers and lots of like through lines, and I think they did a pretty awesome job this time, man. I don't think you can levy too much criticism at JYP for not promoting it. But so we have a more mature Twice coming back with a full album on their second contract as a group. They've been at it for 10 years also, right? And yeah, I think before, when they released the tracks like One Spark and With You and those songs, that was a lot of like looking back, kind of nostalgia, kind of like saying goodbye to the younger versions, you know what I mean? Or like that part of life, and probably seeing the new contract and moving forward, and also being older, that, all these things kind of like converge, and it feels like this line of demarcation, right? Like you've reached the other side of something. This, and probably this is indicative of the album content too, it seems to be oriented much more like towards, okay, the future. Then, like, if this is the other side of something, where do we go from here, I guess, right? And I think there's going to be, I don't know, I see a lot of like branching solo work and solo albums and solo stuff in the future, but not yet. I think you're gonna see a lot more this contract period or whatever, like this, the next 7 years or however 10 years, whatever. I think you're gonna see more than there has been in the past, and then I don't know for certain, but I think next time around you'll probably see some of the girls decide to sort of retire ish a little bit, you know what I mean? Like they're probably gonna want to take it easy. Um, and then there's gonna be some of the girls who want to keep on and move forward and keep going with stuff, and they'll do good as solo artists or subunits or spin-offs, or they might even merge into with other JYP idols and create some kind of like collaboration crossover group. um, why not? You know what I mean? Especially if when you get to that point, because there will be others too. You know what I mean? And I think that would be cool. I think that would be a good idea. It would certainly make for some interesting work. But this was a very cool song to drop. Right? This is for. I'm interested in like unwrapping this concept more too. This was obviously, sort of empowerment vibe here, totally within the vein of like K-pop girl group concepts and stuff like that, and very, very, very good, man. It's good. I think, like I said, on the idea of like moving forward and looking at the future and everything. I think you do have to kind of like prepare yourself in a way, and so I think that's kind of like the spirit behind it. There's some, what do we call it, very sort of like free spirited, open-minded, um, progressive. You know what I'm saying? Like it just it has that sort of imbued into it, and it makes sense. It makes enough sense, you know. I think they did it actually. Like there is a little bit of like a demure type of like what you call it, like the undertones, right? There's a lot of like sexy undertones and stuff, right? But Twice always has that little bit of like cutesiness to it. It's a little bit of that like sweet cutesiness, you know, that they're always gonna have that, and now it's cool because they do it as just a little like a little articulation. It's a little detail. It's a little bit of extra just on top. You know what I mean? And it ends up being very fun. They're amazing and they look incredible. My goodness, like they're just they just keep getting better and better, right, with time. They just keep getting better and better with time in every way. Like not it's just in every way. But I appreciate this song for having a lot of this throwback style in it. I think it's gonna grow on me for sure. Like I said, it's only that it went so quickly and it left me wanting more. But maybe that's on purpose. You know what I mean? I think it's that's kind of the impression that I get. That's on purpose. So, with that being said, as soon as I can, as soon as I find the album, because I don't know when it's gonna be up. If it's already up, you know, like on YouTube Music or something like that. But as soon as I find it, and as soon as we're able to set it up, I'll go ahead and do the take a listen, do an album review, and then yeah, hopefully jump back into the game here. So it was fun. It was fun to be back, and wow, they look so freaking good, man. Like they really do, and they're having fun, which is cool, right? I think everybody's having fun right now. So yeah, all right. Well, we'll be back soon.